Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17.
And Greyshot151 here.
And we're doing a review of Colossal, the new indie drama monster film starring Anne Hathaway.
Yes, you may also have known about this about scary Japanese lawyers once, because the original poster for this movie, when the guy was taking it, I think, to get money or whatnot, essentially had Anne Hathaway in a city being destroyed by
Godzilla.
Yeah, and
I'm sure Toho really likes their
Japanese lawyers
intellectual property being used without their permission.
Japanese lawyers are very, very scary. His defense was he didn't know Godzilla was copyrighted,
so he changed it, and now we have this, and it's a really good film.
Yeah. So just basic synopsis. As you could probably see from the trailers, Anne Hathaway
is a drunk.
Yes. Who gets kicked out. She goes back home
by her boyfriend.
Yeah, and she goes back home and she's flat out broke, and basically through a series of events discovers that she is
in control of a monster in South Korea. It's technically Seoul. Yes.
Yes. And throughout the movie you see the connection of this character, and you see her connection with other characters. And that is one strong suit I will say for this film, is it's very human. For a monster movie, this isn't a monster movie. If you're like, I love eight-legged freaks, or like this is going to be
That's a weird reference to pull up. Eight-legged freaks.
I'm trying to think of a monster movie.
If you
like King Kong.
If you think of
King Kong.
Okay, there we go.
A much better example. If you're going into this movie thinking this is going to be Anne Hathaway with giant monsters or monster, this isn't the case. It's essentially more of it's more a focus of the character herself, her actions, and her dealing with said actions, and her own monsters, in a sense.
Every character in this film has a flaw, like a major flaw.
Yes.
Like, everyone is human. That's the point of this film, and it emphasizes that greatly. This is actually some of the most interesting writing I've seen in a while, because it makes every single person stands out as human. They're not actors. They're not just like, oh, what about the situation? They play it just like a normal person. I would say close to what a normal person would. As it's like, there's a guy who works at a bar, and he's like, and she's like, "Did you hear about this?" Like, "Yeah, I did. I was at the bar." And it's just like, "Where are you? What are you doing?" It's like, "I'm going back to the bar. It's full because people want to drink."
Yeah, essentially, again, she gets a job at a bar, which for an alcoholic is probably like dream come true. But
do we recommend this film?
Yes.
Before we go into spoilers.
Yeah, I guess before I go
okay,
I would recommend it. And
yes.
My note would be, this is a much more character-driven film, and not character-driven in the sense of like Drive or things of that nature, where it's really focused on the characters. This is much more of a... This character is not relatable. This character is not someone you root for.
Can't you sense the energy my brother has right now?
But you can see her story developing throughout this film, and it's an interesting one, and it's one that's very well defined from beginning to end.
Yes. In any case, I would say this is a very good film with great characters.
Very good film.
Yes. And I highly recommend you go check this out.
My only note is it does have a few flaws. Like, this is not a perfect movie.
Yeah, this is not perfect.
But the sum of its parts are far greater than the little issues that it has.
And it has a lot of awesome surprises within and without outside the film itself. But in any case, this has been Greyshot17
and Greyshot151 here,
and we're going to the spoilers. So if you
almost ended it, didn't you?
No, we're going to the spoilers. So if you want to leave now, leave.
Totally thought he was going to end it.
And we're in spoilers. This has one of the best shorts before a movie I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, this easily beats Deadpool.
Yeah.
Just look up. If you don't want to see Colossal, you can't. Doesn't look like your film. Just go look up Colossal short on YouTube. I guarantee it's up.
Yeah.
There are five
shorts involving smartphones, and it is great.
The first one... can we go into spoilers?
This is a spoiler session.
So the first one basically is a whole bunch of girls taking selfies with food.
It's like, all right.
Okay. It's basically setup.
Yeah.
It's basically the setup.
It's
then
like, all right.
The girl goes home, and you see these pictures, and this guy's on the...
I think the girl is from The Flash.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think that girl's from The Flash. I could be wrong. But then the girl and the mom go into the car. The guy's like, I don't want to go to our gallery.
Please, do whatever you're going to do. And again, this is a teenager. Okay. Before you say anything, what is the first thing you think
a teenage guy is going to do in an empty apartment? And literally it shows pornhub.com. And that's when he enters into his phone, but it's connected to the car.
Yeah, he did Chromecast or whatever.
Yeah.
Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, he Bluetooth connected, so they start the car up, and all of a sudden, basically, at like an RTA...
You can figure out what happens
It's
next.
great. It's hilarious. The reaction is great. Next, it goes to...
The mom is talking on the phone at the art gallery.
At the art gallery, yeah.
Yep.
And she is discussing, basically,
porn.
the consequences. Yeah. But then there's this...
So then she walks away because everyone's like, what are you doing?
The girl basically takes another selfie.
Yep.
And it is... I won't spoil it, but it is prime. Imagine if you...
You thought Sean Spicer fucked up.
If you could... Yeah. This...
with the German Holocaust thing. Oh boy, you've seen nothing yet.
Yeah, this gave me one of the best laughs in a long time. Then it cuts to a guy seeing this image
and saying you're an idiot.
Yeah, basically,
as he drops his phone into the toilet.
Oh, but not before his boss.
Yeah.
As he's about to disinfect it. Which, by the way, just wash it with soap and water.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, like that'd be my note. Yeah, that'd be like the second note. Like the second
waterproof phone. Anyway, the boss takes it, puts it to her ear and is talking, and the guy's like, "Oh no!"
And then the last one is the person his boss is talking to.
Yep.
With one of the best new counters to an old joke I again have seen.
The bar is called "A Man Walks Into a Bar."
We'll leave it at that, but it doesn't happen. Or it's great. I won't spoil it. In any case, this short was fantastic, and it was a great set of comedic moments, and it goes into a movie that has a few comedic timings, but isn't a comedy.
Yeah, this film is marketed as like a comedy. It's not a comedy. This film is marketed like a monster film.
It's not.
It's more
connected.
so, but not, and it's more so, but it's not like a monster action film. Although it has some really good effects.
So first off, characters themselves. Anne Hathaway is fantastic. I think
she is unlikable in the beginning.
She's unlikable through the whole movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
She is not.
She's more likable when you realize how unlikable the other characters are.
That's the thing with this movie. She is not supposed to be likable, and neither really are the other characters once you get to know them. There's the gentleman that basically the childhood friend.
Oh yeah, the friend who meets with her and is like, "Hey, you're in town. Here, let me help you out." And it's like you see her helping her. It's like, "Oh, that's cool."
Him helping her,
and then you realize, oh, he's trying to control her. And it's like,
it's not even that. It's not even that. Again, going into full spoilers. So she basically starts working at this bar, but she's broke. She starts working at the guy's bar because he acts like a nice guy. He's like, hey, I haven't seen you in forever. I thought it was you. And it's also very note that he's been. It's expressed later that he was almost keeping track of her, like, well, because she was like one of the only people to leave this town.
Yep.
And then he's got two other buddies. One guy that's a little bit
unhinged.
Yeah, unhinged. And then there's this other guy, basically who you can imagine was like almost could have been like a football star.
Yes, boss. Thank you, boss.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a backbone, even though he's like extremely. Again, this is a movie with every character has their own flaws. And Anne Hathaway she's a
and
drunk.
They're not like they don't like say you're this. It's like they kind of do, but they don't like.
They do it in a natural way.
Yeah, it's natural. It doesn't feel forced.
Yeah, again, Anne Hathaway is a drunk and she refuses to accept that. But again, her motivation of being a drunk is she writes stuff for the internet, and the internet is mean to her. Basically, long story. And to stop that,
I deal with that.
I'm not, on that.
I'm perfectly fine. I'm not unhinged at all.
Yeah, but no, she basically the responses she gets online drive her to that, and it's again a very human response. The guy basically is jealous of this girl that escaped his town, and while he tries to be nice, he's hiding a darker like this. And I did not see that coming.
Also,
the gentleman
every day 8:05. Again, she accidentally unsubbles that she walks into a playground. She controls a giant monster in South Korea. Why? Eventually, she figures it out, and there's actually a reason for that. That sort of fills in the gaps, and it's actually kind of interesting. And actually, how she deals with the main conflict in the film is also very interesting.
Yes.
Which turns out, can I say it because we're in spoilers?
By all means.
Turns out to be the guy who, spoilers, also can control a giant monster. Yeah, there's
a giant robot,
and it's a giant robot. And the giant robot looks like something from Pacific Rim. It looks like
but
very
like
similar
a toy.
Yeah, but then also you keep going, and her monster is like, all right, I'm gonna take you on, and there are actually some like small fights. It's not like a major fight, but there are actually some small fights.
Yeah, there's a slap and then a meme fest afterwards.
Yeah,
that's exactly
that's great.
But no, it's almost kind of spoiled because if you would have known about the promotional art for this film, you would...
Like my brother did, because he watches everything.
Yes. Well, yeah, because Toho Kingdom picked up word on this, and the moment that Japan's lawyers started going nuts, that was a very good meme on the forums. But the original poster also had a giant robot, and the moment the giant robot comes on screen, it was like, oh my god, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
That's cool. Giant monster here.
Yeah, giant monster.
Mm-hmm. Terrifying. Anyway,
so basically it's these two running heads, and it does end with a fight, and I think I will say the ending is kind of satisfactory because
this movie's open and closed. Like, it doesn't need a sequel.
It doesn't need a sequel, and it's really about the characters. Yeah. Like, Anne Hathaway basically is always well, actually, I'm gonna change page. The gentleman what's his name?
Jason?
Yeah, whatever the guy's name is. He's a
good
actor.
We know Tim.
He does a good
the British guy who's a hunk, but again, it seems like he has his own things.
Yeah, but he's not a gentleman he's not jealous, or no, he's not like possessive of her. He doesn't want like her as his girlfriend, and as he slowly darkens through the film.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Essentially, it's about him being jealous of her with her success, and seriously.
All right, you can go. Thank you, but you may continue.
This is what I have to deal with. Any case, it's this dark movement and this dark thoughts that slowly possess him, and it's his jealousy of her because in the beginning of the film, it's made note he's kept track of her.
Yeah. By the way, if you're wondering why I just did that, when he's going through all this dark stuff, you have still that little funny undertone.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's kind of what I was trying. This film is not a comedy, but it has funny elements to it. That's actually pretty entertaining. But a lot of that, it sugarcoats and kind of glosses over the dark, heavy stuff. So with me playing, oh, look at the cute cat, and my brother's like, yeah, he's an abuser and has a lot of relationship issues and is controlling.
But you're just staring at the cat.
Yes, because it's like, oh, this is the hook. That's what I'm kind of getting at for this film. It's really good, and while your eye's on this thing, it's like the giant monster or the funny effects. It's really human.
Tale, yeah. And again, this movie doesn't end with like you liking the characters.
Yeah.
It very much, and so people die. Like,
see, I had a reason. You thought I was doing it just because I wanted to know.
I'm pretty sure you just made it up on the fly, but essentially, this is a movie that I would not this is not a movie I would recommend
for like a giant action.
If you're looking for a giant action, this movie is not like action. It has some good comedic moments.
Yeah.
But if you want and there are plot holes. Yeah. Like how will she exactly?
Hey, South Korea, evacuate the city. If you know every single day this thing's gonna pop up.
Yeah.
It's like, I will destroy the city. Why doesn't anyone leave at 8:05 exactly?
Yeah.
In the area that the monster never leaves.
Well, it gets. I don't know what time. Hold on, I'm looking this up. What time is 8:05 in South Korea?
8:05 their time, or like in the United States, and I think it was central by the location of it. So 8:05 Central Time. Mm-hmm. Compare that to South Korea, which I'm assuming would be, if I could be wrong, I think it's 13 hours behind us. So it would be roughly in the middle of like. No, I don't even think it would be that.
Hold on, my phone's out.
Wow, you can't even look up a time. Wow, good job. Nice job. But in capacity, yeah. So at 8:05, if she goes into this playground, essentially,
she becomes the monster.
She becomes she controls the monster. She doesn't become it. She's still in the playground, but the monster materializes over South Korea. What time is it?
9:07 a.m. there, right at the moment. So if she's on, that's Eastern Coast. You want to say?
Wait, 9:07 a.m. or p? And is it also the 14th?
It's 9:07 a.m.
Is it the 14th or the 16th?
It is the 16th.
Okay, so it's ahead. It's ahead. So
it's ahead by about 14 hours.
It would be 10 o'clock. It would be 10 o'clock downtown.
Why are there so many people out at 10 o'clock?
Have you been to a major city?
I'm just saying, like, especially if there's a giant monster attack. Again, there are plot holes in this movie. There's no denying that. Especially with packs that, like, you would think people would realize that this is a human controlled with, like, again, when she's first realizing she's like dancing and stuff like that, it's like you think someone would realize, hey, I don't know, why is it dancing? Why is it writing? Why is it?
Yeah. She does some actually really smart things with it, and it's pretty funny. But again, you can tell this is a smaller budget. They don't have the effects to keep this thing
they
on. But it's still more often than you think, but less than you would probably want.
And again,
but they still make it. They emphasize its premise, which is really cool.
So overall, I would recommend it if you like smaller films, if you're a fan of monsters, if you want a good character. Again, I would say 10 Cloverfield Lane. It's kind of funny. Like, it came out last year around the same time. I would say that is better. By far a better monster movie. But even though that really like monster, any case.
But that was again, it had comedic moments.
Like for last
it was more of a drama.
This movie is still good. It's a very human tale, and I would highly recommend seeing it.
And same with me.
Yeah.
But in any case, once again, we're ending the spoiler section and this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And we will see you next time.
Yes, we will be seeing Guardians of the Galaxy 2 possibly, maybe Fast 8, probably not.
Aliens or Alien Covenant.
Listen, okay, I'm calling it right now, guys. Alien Covenant is going to get a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm just calling it right now, 50%.
And when my brother's wrong and that film turns out to be incredible, you can blame him. And if I'm wrong, which is very unlikely, you can also blame him. But in any case, we'll see you guys next time.
I'm telling you, it doesn't look good.
It looks great.
But see you guys next time.
You're wrong.